want to make Keith Kogane's jacket, but you don't want to make it from scratch because that's a lot of work and cons in a month. So I'm going to show you how to make your jacket without going from scratch. And just a disclaimer, I'm filming this while I am making my jacket, so there may be some edits. Alright, let's start off with the materials. The materials that I have with me today cost about $12 in total, $7 for this jacket, and then $5 for the rest of the materials. So to start with the jacket, this is just a normal red jacket I got at the thrift store. Like I said before, it was $7, it was like on sale, like 50% off. So I just looked at color-wise and then like sleeve-wise. This also has a collar, which I was super happy about because then I don't have to make my own collar. And then the sleeves fit pretty well. I didn't worry too much about, lengthwise, because that's going to be cut down anyways. Has some weird things here, but I'm going to cut that off too, so yeah. It's kind of hot, which is kind of a mistake since I'm going to a con in the middle of summer. Alright, cool. Next, the other materials. There's the yellow for like this part right here. This was like 33 cents at Hobby Lobby. You can get a whole bunch of these sheets. I got a couple more. These two dark red things are for the bottom part, which goes all the way across the jacket. And then the flannel, the white part actually. This was on sale at Hobby Lobby. I got it at like the beginning of June. So flannel was on sale, like 25% off. And I got 3/4 of a yard. It changes from person to person, and I'm going to double up on the fabric for the Y in the back, and then the things down here, and then the collar and the cuffs.
Okie dokie, so cosplay progress. I have newspaper and manila folder kind of lining where I'm going to put the white, yellow, and like maroon fabric. I still have to work on the cuff and the things on the sleeves, but it's already kind of a pincushion, and I kind of don't want to risk stabbing myself more. So, yeah, I've got that. We have the Y in the back. That was rather difficult for me. Just for like, I don't know, dimension help, I guess. So this bottom part is 2 inches. This part right here, that's like 10 inches. This top part is 14 inches. And then this part I think is like 16 inches or something. I will put a link to my Amino post that had all of the dimensions for everything. But as you can see, it took me a couple times to get the Y part right. So yeah, you'll definitely want a few more pieces of newspaper. On a side note, newspaper is super fun to cut. Like, it's really smooth. Now that you need to know that. Okay, so I'm going to take that off, cut out the fabric, and then sew it on. Probably gonna like sketch out with like chalk maybe, like where all of the things are.
You can see here what I did for the white stripes down the arms. I traced it out, left some space for hemming. I want to say 1/2 inch, but I could be wrong. Then I cut it out, sewed on 3 sides, and then make sure you double up on the ends to prevent the end from coming undone. And left the last side pinned together so I can turn it inside out, and then later on hand sew it. And here I'm just turning it inside out. I did this so that the edges look cleaner, and because I was doubling up, it wasn't too hard to do. Here it's completely turned inside out, and then I sewed along the orange part so it's original size. Then I just hand sewed the last side together, and since it's on an edge, I looped the thread around so it went through the fabric, then over the fabric and the edge, and then went back through. So I'm going the same direction into the fabric each time.
Then I hand sewed the white stripe onto the jacket. This is one of the many parts of the jacket that I had to hand sew instead of using the machine. As you can see, I just went inside and out in a straight line down the jacket. Mostly because I don't know any other way to hand sew and I'm not holding stuff together, so this part is just getting stuff to stick on stuff. So here's the white stuff for the rest of the white. Here is the white on the back, one of the white stripes on the front, the cuffs, collar, and the other white stripe. So you can see I kind of had to squish for space, so 3/4 of a yard of white flannel is not really enough. I use the hand crank end first for a greater position, and you can see how I backtrack and then go forward again, once again just to make sure that the end doesn't come loose. I get to the corners, leave the needle in, spin it around, and keep sewing. Now I'm just doing the same thing that I'm doing for most of the white pieces, machine sewing most of the sides and leaving a side open so I can flip it inside out and hand sewing the last side. So there's the white collar and the Y and the sleeves. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so here's what it looks like as a lump of fabric. There's the Y and the collar. Those are two separate pieces, so I'm gonna have to probably sew the collar on first and then the Y, and then the white parts on the arms that I've already sewed on. Okay, so cosplay progress. I've sewn on the red stuff, so now I can touch it without it stabbing me silly, which is great. I'm happy about that. On the back, the Y is all sewn on and the collar is all sewn on. So yep, need to do the cuffs, the white strips, and the yellow, and then I will be done. I am really loving how this is turning out. And I'm also really happy that I can touch it without it stabbing me. Okie dokie, it's the day before the con and I'm still working on this. So what I have done is I have hand sewn the cuff on the end, and then all I have left is the white and the yellow. I was having a lot of problems with the white stripes on the front because they were just so thin. There was no way I could flip it inside out the way I had done with the other fabric. So what I'm going to do for the white is I'm going to just sew it all the way around, cut off the excess, and then just hand sew it like this onto the jacket. Here's the first one, and then here will be the second one that I have yet to cut out. So I've sewn on the yellow fabric and it tilts ever so slightly up at the ends, meaning on the side near the arms. So that part is higher than on the side where the jacket opens. I've also sewn on half of the white. I did the loop sewing along the edge where the jacket had doubled up and machine sewed it on the side part where it was only one layer. That was evidently a mistake, as you can see later on. It would have just been easier to hand sew it all the way around. So I'm just going to go over some things that I did. Here is the sewing on the inside. You can see where I hand sewed a whole bunch of things and machine sewed a whole bunch of stuff. There's all of that stuff, and so you can see this was shortened just by like pinning it up and then hoping all of the other sewn on stuff keeps it up. It's held up super well. I think what really helps is the red from the outside. That's definitely keeping it up. So I'm going to go over what I did on the edges. So this is my first attempt, definitely kind of more battered, I guess you can say. So you can see on the tip here that I go in and then around. So I did that for all the tip, and then because I wanted to speed things up, I machine sewed it. So you can see
but it kind of turned out a little frayed, which is a little sad. But then on the other side, I did the loop over thing all the way around, and then that made it turn out really nicely. And then I just machine sewed the entire way because it was powerful enough to break through however many layers of fabric is in this section. Alright, and here we have our finished product. There are no more pins or anything that will harm me. We have the collar, the white stripes, more white stripes, this cuff, yellow, maroon, and the back. I am super happy with how this turned out. It looks really fantastic. Alright, and that's how I made my jacket. I hope this helped you even a little bit. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Heart!